And if I would be asked in an email to invest in a startup, what should I be aware of?
I think that there isn't much difference in the vetting process as itself. I think for our markets, you just need to be a bit more thorough. And what I mean by that, depending on your interest and stage at which you're investing, the vetting process might be different, right? And for those at early stage, there's a particular process that might apply that's totally different for mature stages where looking at acquiring or getting shares in a larger startup. But if definitely you're at the initial early stages, and I think maybe that's where the conversation could be right now, where someone has got either a prototype that they recently launched or market validation phases, I think a key stage that you need a key thing that you really need to be looking at is, I think, validating that there's actually been even some form of customer traction. Firstly, before we even get to customer traction, just getting past the relevant basic registration documents, right? I think that could be a challenge for you, for example, since you do not know the registration agencies in these countries. But I think in Zambia, we have an online system, luckily. I'm not sure if that could be the case across Africa, where you're able, based on the registration number or company registration name, you're online able to check if this company is registered, because that would be a starting point, right? The next bit, if you're aligned with the problem that this particular startup is solving or entrepreneur is solving, you believe in their mission. We've identified and found that certain entrepreneurs have mastered the art of pitching to a point that they're always pitching for these grants, yet they're never building. Okay. So it's a case of they've mastered a great pitch, they'll pitch to you, story so touching, but there's nothing happening on the ground from an execution standpoint. So you also want to vet actual customer traction, and this is where I was going. You want to see that there's been some growth. There are customers that are actually paying, and there are repeat customers that are coming through. And if you can probe from anything that could give you that financial insight into that particular metric, I think then you will be investing into a startup that's actually doing something on the ground that's potentially scalable.